What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the channel, watching my video. Today I am doing one of my favorites, a cinnamon roll. However, this is going to be a little on the healthy side, if there is such a thing as a healthy cinnamon roll. We're going to use 100% whole wheat flour, not as much sugar, and not as much butter as in most cinnamon rolls. And top of all, it takes about 45 minutes to make. It doesn't require you to let the dough rise and then punch it down and roll it out and let it rise again. Pretty much you mix this together, spread it out, put the topping on, roll it up, put it in the oven, and you're done. Now you could jack this up a little and make it a little sweeter, put a little extra butter on it, put raisins and nuts in it if you want to, but this is just the basic version. The wheat dough with the cinnamon sugar and mix in the middle, and you bake it for 27 minutes, I think. And you can glaze it if you want to. Now I'm using a real light glaze. You could do a cream cheese glaze if you want to, jack it up again, bring up the calories. But I like this one. So give it a try and tell me what you think. If you have any ideas or additions to it, I'd love to hear. Make sure you put your comments, questions down below and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys. All right, so I have a 9-inch springform pan. We're gonna lock that together until it's sealed. We're gonna spray with cooking spray this 9-inch pan, like that. Set it to the side. In a mixing bowl, we're going to put 1 cup of whole wheat flour, we're going to add 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And whisk this together. Okay, in the bowl of our mixer, we're going to put 3/4 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar or brown sugar, actually take that off. Mix that together until the sugar is dissolved, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. Okay. With our dough hook on, we're going to lower it. We've got our milk mixture, and we're going to slowly add in that 1 cup of flour mixed with the yeast and everything. And just allow it to mix. Scrape it down to get the stuff off the walls of the bowl. Now we're going to put in a total of about 2 to 2.5 cups of whole wheat flour. And we want to do it until the dough pulls away from the side of the bowl. So you'll add a little bit at a time, but the total is going to be about 2 to 2.5, depending on the environment and the humidity. So this is our second cup. Just add a little bit at a time. Still a little sticky, so we'll add some more. Go ahead and add that total 2-cup mix. Drop your speed so you don't throw flour everywhere. Today, I think we're gonna stop at the 2-cup mark. Now, it's not going to build the gluten like the normal like bread flour or white flour. This is a whole wheat flour with no white flour added. So it's not going to build up the gluten like that. So it's looking a little dry. So we're going to add a little bit of water. Because we want it to pull together. Like it's doing now. Still needs a little bit more water. So let's take it down and poke at it. Feels good. So let that run for about 2 minutes. Knead for about 2 to 3 minutes. While your dough is kneading, we're going to mix together the filling. This is 5 tablespoons of brown sugar or coconut sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And you just want to mix that together. That's going to be your cinnamon roll filling. Oops. There used to be this lady that cooked in Louisiana. Her name was Miss Lucy. And she was on PBS. And she'd always say, a messy cook is a good cook. So every time I do something like that, I think of Miss Lucy. All right, set that to the side. Dough. And it's a really nice textured dough with some bench flour, and I'm just using whole wheat flour. Since we're using whole wheat, we might as well just continue this. We want to take this and roll it. Now we don't need to knead it because we've already used the dough hook to knead. We're going to roll this out to a 16 by 10 inch square, rectangle. That's why I have a ruler. It's going to be thin too. All right, that's about 10 inches. So now we're going to start rolling it to 16. So that's 12, a little bit more. And try to keep it in a rectangular shape. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is clean off the excess flour. Because you have a lot caked on. And it's a very forgiving dough. All right, so we have it about 11 by 14. We're gonna brush this with 2 tablespoons of melted butter. All right. With our cinnamon and coconut sugar or brown sugar mix, we're going to sprinkle that over the top. You could add nuts in this if you want to. Michael really hates any kind of nuts, so I don't fool with it. And I'm not supposed to eat it either with my diverticulitis. They say stay away from them, and I do, for the most part. Okay, that is done. Now we're going to start rolling from the long side, so we're going to go this way. You're just going to pull it up and pinch it under. And kind of pull as you go to make it a tight roll. And you want to pinch right along the top to seal as you bring that last edge up. You could put a little water there and seal it that way, but usually pinching will work. Okay. And that's your cinnamon roll. So now we want to cut this into 12 pieces. So that's 6 and 6. Okay, so we want to divide these into 6 rolls. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. So now you have a total of 12 rolls. We're going to take our prepared springform pan and start just putting them in, lining them up. Just up this one. Make sure you put the pretty side up. And that's what you have. This is ready for the oven. All right, we've preheated our oven to 350 degrees and we want to put our cinnamon rolls in the center. And that's going to bake for 17 to 20 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 17 minutes.
17 minutes, starting now.
For the glaze, we have 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, a pinch of salt, and we're going to add enough milk until this becomes thin. And don't overguess. So I just poured in a little bit. That was about a teaspoonish. I do want it kind of thin though, because I want to drizzle it. All right, that's good. Okay, so if we take it like that, it'll drizzle just like that. The timer has gone off. And let's take a look. Nice. Let's see what we got. Kind of squeeze them for doneness. Yep, good. We're going to let those cool about 10 minutes in the pan before we take them out of the springform. All right, our cinnamon rolls have cooled. We're going to pop the springform and take them out. And I'm just going to transfer them to a plate. Look at the bottom. Sticky. Let me grab that. They smell really good, guys. All right. So now we have our glaze. And you could leave this off if you don't want to add this extra calories. We're just going to drizzle over the top of the cinnamon rolls. I do think the glaze adds a little something to it, though. Because that sweet's going to hit your tongue right when you put it in your mouth. Alrighty, guys. There you go. Time for a taste. It's really good. It's got that whole wheat taste that I like. This is not a Cinnabon. It's not going to be anything close to it, but it kind of meets that need of a cinnamon roll without all the extra calories, all the extra fat. It's really good, though. And do the glaze. Splurge, do the glaze. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good day. Enjoy. Make sure you put your comments. Tell me what you think. Have a good one.